And finally, RSS feeds. Now, the reason I put this in here is it's kind of esoteric, but I bet you're all wondering, what the heck is an RSS feed? So I wanted to let you know what an RSS feed. So what I did is I actually took a picture. Oh, yeah, actually I did it this way, didn't I? Great. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is social media, website social media today. Do you see this little symbol up here? Do you ever know, did you ever wonder what that symbol was for? This little blue symbol up here, can you see it? Right here? Right there? That actually says add this RSS feed. So when you click on that, what happens when you click on it, you have a choice of where you want to add it. And in this case, I've added it. Do you see this toolbar here? Mm-hmm. There's a number of different feeds which I've signed up for. And because I've signed up for so many, I actually have to click on this little symbol here. This is Firefox. And then this is a list of a number of the feeds that I'm signed up for. This is social media today, and I've clicked on that. And these are all of the current posts that social media has made on the day that I actually did this search. So you see here, this one here, social media ostriches, is actually this story that you see underneath. And that updates automatically. So I don't have to constantly go back to social media today to figure out what they have on their website. I know automatically because this is updated every time there's a new entry on social media today. Okay? So that roughly is, that's an RSS feed. It's really powerful if you're updating your content regularly. I thought you might want to know that because, I mean, for the longest time I wondered what the heck. It's really simple syndication is what it stands for, but that's what it does in practice. Okay, so you want to get involved in social media. How do you participate? This social technographics ladder, I thank Eric for cueing me in for this. This is from a book called Groundswell by Forrester researchers Charlene Lee and Josh Burnoff. They talk about 6 different ways in which you can participate in social media. And the very first way you can participate is you can be a creator. How many people can guess what creators do? They create stuff. They write content. They write blogs. They create social media networks. They're posting videos. Those are creators. The next step are the critics. Critics are the type of people that will go to Lake County News. They'll read an article in Lake County News, and they will make comments.
And do that.
Yeah, whatever they want to say. They'll make comments. So critics are people that are commenting on postings. They're making critical analysis. Anytime you can make a comment, those are the critics. The collectors. The collectors are actually aggregating content. So they might go to a YouTube site, and they'll go on YouTube and find all of the videos for beatboxes or for snowboarding. And they'll collect all of the videos for snowboarding and put it on their site, and they end up with a collection. They're not posting, but they're creating a collection that people can go to. Those are collectors. Next to the joiners, anybody who has joined Facebook or other social media sites, you are joining. You are a joiner in that case. Next to the spectators. And spectators are people who don't actually do anything but look at content for social media sites. So they're reading content. And finally, the last step are the inactives. Those are people who are doing nothing. They're not reading content, they're not adding content. And you might be one or all of those, depending on how you're getting involved in what you're doing. Also, your people that come to your site may be one or all of those. Now, case in point, the type of market that you're reaching is really important to define ahead of time, because you're really going to want to know what your market or your particular age group has a tendency to be. Like my age group has a tendency more often to be spectators and possibly joiners. So know your market. In fact, we're going to come on to that right now. Oh, but first, a little light interlude. The importance of actually having a strategy.
All companies need a strategy so the employees will know what they don't do. Uh-oh. What should I do? Uh-huh. We don't do that.
It's a little light, but it's almost important. It's just as important to know what you don't do as to what you do. And it's a little tongue-in-cheek here, but this is the importance of actually having a strategy in social media. So you're not just doing everything. You have to know what you're not doing, just as much as what you are. So what are the elements of a social media marketing plan? First of all, you want to build your social media plan bottom up, which means you start with an offline marketing plan. The importance of a marketing plan is that you're going to identify your target market. You're going to know other people in your industry who are actually in your market space. You're going to want to identify the amount of money that you're going to spend on your marketing. You want to identify your campaigns. This is really important. You want to be able to measure. This is really important because if you don't have a media marketing plan, either offline or online, you're going to receive a phone call from the Lake County Record Bee, and they're going to ask you to buy some advertising space in their newspaper for a really cheap price. Now, how do you know, if you don't have a marketing plan, whether or not that's a good deal for you? You don't. So without a plan, it really helps you to decide what you're not doing. And something like that is really important. So social media marketing, if you have an offline plan and you decide to build social media into it, at least you then know that this is something I need to pay attention to. Next, develop your brand. Either offline or online, you have to decide what kind of image you want to portray. Make sure that you do that and develop that brand before you actually get involved in social media. And the next step, like you would in any marketing plan, is define your audience. Marketing to 18 to 30-year-olds is very different than marketing to 60 and 80-year-olds. And how you yet everybody's participating in social media, but how and where you market is really dependent upon that market. And you might want to mix depending upon who and when you want to reach these people. Next step, define your purpose with social media marketing. And what could be some of the purposes with social media marketing? First of all, you might want to generate traffic. Where do you want to generate traffic? Both offline and online. You want people to come to your physical business, or you might want them to just come to your web page. The next thing you might want to do is you want to increase your conversion rate. And a conversion rate is any action that you want people to take on your website. Either that be a sale, or joining a mailing list, or whatever. But you can get an increased conversion rate if that's what you choose to do with your social media marketing plan. You can improve your customer service by building in a customer service forum on your website. Or you might choose to become a content matter expert. Whatever you choose to do, that will help to determine your social media marketing plan. The next step, determine where social media marketing actually fits. Is it going to be